Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Rogue Tower. We're on episode number 6. Now, let me just get straight to the chase on this one. Viewership numbers have not been great to start this series out. And if you didn't notice, I also launched another series within a week of the same as this one. Diplomacy is not an option, being that title. And I like both games. I really enjoy both games. However, audience-wise, it's quite clear that Diplomacy is the favored title over the two. This more traditional, simplistic tower defense game, it makes sense to me why. But I still like the game. I still enjoy the game. I'm going to continue playing the game, and I will continue releasing content here and there. But it's going to be sporadic. But also, that means I'm just going to kind of get to it however I can get to it. And that means I want whatever XP I can gain. Therefore, a single double, we'll hit those up from time to time. This time, it's clear that the one that can really gain is the double defense. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, well, first big change is we have 6 cards available to us, as we definitely invested some XP into having more choices. Damage to armor is definitely a great one for ballistas. We might be going with that. Though, gain 3 mana generation per second. That's huge over the long term. You know what? Let's take that. Means we're going to have to get beyond just ballistas. Let's hope we get the quality draw that's going to help us with that. Come on. Boy, that got a little closer than I expected, but we only have 4 in close, a 5th one in tight here, but yeah. Okay, mortars available. Fortification is always nice, but it's not what I'm worried about. I think getting into this, enemies, but death would also deal +1 damage. Not good. No, we'll go with the tower. Getting that mortar in play will absolutely help long term. Let's get our first mortar out in the open here. Let's also make sure it's selected to most armor. Let's also make sure at least 2 of these towers are getting the near death situation going. And we'll drop the mortar up here as well. That one would have been a problem, but with that armor gone thanks to the mortars, things are much better. I'm hearing a lot in the comments that other towers are going to really help us out getting into other tower types. In particular, like the mortar. The mortar has good area of effect, but it's very slow. Others operate much more quickly and can do significant damage in comparison. I do like how we have started off on a path where these are very close to one another. You can get a lot of double dipping, occupying this space. You can get a lot along both paths. Some leveling up happening here. And we should be okay this time. Here we are. Okay, so far so good. Damage to armor I like. There's that sorcery one to help us out down the road. Damage to armor with the heavy shafts. +1/+1. Which one do you want with that? The ballistas are more readily available and cheaper. We already have +6. Generates mana through the magic of the magic market. That's a building. Okay, let's boost the ballistas because they could certainly be even more useful than they are right now. So let's get a couple more out there in this direction. Let's expand here. I don't have enough gold. No wonder it's not letting me click. Through this one, I think just yes. Okay, we do survive that one. Still no damage taken through 7 levels. We have just enough for another ballista at the moment. I'm gonna take it on the chin here for the height, and then I think I want to save up for another mortar in this area once we expand out a little bit further. This is the furthest away, so let's go ahead and take that option. Shot on those guys. This round's not looking too tough, especially with that damage on these guys, and we've already cleared out this near path. It's nice to be able to stagger the 2 parts of this path a little bit, and we're through that one easily enough. Okay, damage to shields. Slow is certainly good. Damage to health, that's what they're there for, but still nothing that's going to use the mana. That's okay. That is okay. Do we have enough for the mortar? We do not. Let's go ahead and stretch this one out a little bit further, though. Get the shots when we get them. Okay, so far so good. These 2 paths are easily getting cleared. This one coming in a little bit harder, but we're okay. Yeah. Things are going well. Things are going well. We do have enough for a mortar. Let's go ahead and get that mortar in place, finally. And of course, these ones I want taking out the armor. That's their job. And let's expand a little bit further out, spread out these 2. Then I'll add a little length on this one. Give us a little more time to react to it. Okay, looking good so far. That wave dealt with. This wave is down to the end. And this wave has definitely taken some damage. That was a big hit. 3-4 mortars at the same time. Out. Okay, frostbolts. Slow is nice. Range is very good. Damage to health could certainly help us out. +2. +2 damage to health. Yes, please. Okay. That's what you're there for. Now we extended this way so that we could push this a little bit further. So let's do that now. Do we have enough? We have enough for a ballista, but nothing else right now. Let's see what we have. There's a good time. Good space for a ballista. It's really nice to be able to kind of stagger things a little bit on when they're coming in. And we definitely have that going fairly effectively right now. Then you're able to kind of hit one wave with all your towers, and then you're hitting the next wave with all the towers, instead of everybody coming in at the same time. So we're going to expand this way. We have some money to play with at the moment. Let's go ahead and make use of it a little bit. Let's get a ballista in this spot. I can get a little damage going here and here. And then we'll expand this way and see what we have. Get another ballista in play there. Okay, we are getting our first battering rams coming in. We'll have to watch out for those as they do a lot of extra, the guys pop out Trojan horse thing. A little Make sure they're not getting terribly close to us, but so far so good. This one almost snuck in on us. We're getting a lot closer. It's level 12. We've already exceeded what we did. We have not taken any damage to the tower yet, and so far so good. We're getting really close this time. But level survived, no damage taken. They got crazy close on one of them there. Okay, we have mines. Repair and increases tower max health by mining from iron veins. We do have iron veins. I've never done the building of the mine. That would be kind of a fun thing to get into. Broadhead bolts 3+ damage to health, bringing things down faster. Slow damage to shields. We might need to get into very soon on that. I think we're just a couple levels away and we haven't gotten anything. So trying something new. Extra damage to health, which certainly cannot hurt our chances of surviving levels, especially as we have a decent combination of health and armor damage at the moment. Survival versus experimentation. Let's take the survival. That's what we came here for anyway, right? Okay, let's go this way. Get another mortar ballista on top there. I'd like to get another mortar play somewhere, maybe closer to home. These are +1s. That's a +1. That's just a +1 here. Okay, let's take it right there. Really need that strong aerial effect and that long range where they can really help each other out. Alright, we gotta make sure those two are staggered, so let's push this way a little bit further. Take another ballista in close. Whoever they can hurt. So far so good here. Gold is also good at the moment. I like the ballistas we have as they are working wonders without having to have crazy numbers. But all of these mortars and all of their long range is doing a ton to really help us out. Okay, 200 mana. And the Tesla coil finally shows its ugly little head. Okay, Tesla coil, let's get you in play. Okay, this is an area of effect thing. This is probably a good spot for one. Just 200 gold at the moment. Oh, that's only a +1. That's a +1. We do get a +2 there. This might be a really good spot early on in the process. We'll get one on that area. That would be an excellent spot for one. Except for it still doesn't wrap around that much. This one should be able to reach, right? That'll definitely reach. In between the two parts of the bottleneck. Get one there. And we'll get one here. Come in each direction. Okay. And we still have a decent amount of gold remaining. I'm going to expand this way. Ugh, straight on. I hate that. Okay, +6 per second. We'll see how the mana does with 3 of them active. Right now there's 2. And let's keep it up. Happens once we've gotten through 3. Okay, this one's already done doing its thing because of the time. And that means we're down to 1 or 2 being used. So yeah, we're okay. We do have an Oogie in play though. Oogie in play. So far we're keeping up with everybody else. That one's destroyed. One of the last 2 guys, but Oogie has not taken a ton of damage just yet. Oogie smash. Oogie smash. Now everything's centered on Oogie. We need to get another mortar in closer. Ooh, this is +3. I like the +3. Getting over here. Oogie's gonna survive that. Oh, game over. Holy cow. Okay, Oogie. Oogie does more damage to your tower. It's not just one. Oogie took all 13 health. Mind blown. Alright, we'll have to look into Oogie. Of course, Tesla Coil just purchased just the 3 of them. It did 6k damage in 1 round. It's not bad. It's not bad. Mostly health on that part. The Ballista was beautiful. It was working so well. The mortar was working great. I'm shocked that that just happened, that we lost everything in one. But the point was we wanted extra XP. We get an extra 150 by setting a new record in the double trade, and that's what we were going for, and that worked out well. We end up gaining 360 overall from this one. Nice little addition here. This has been updated. Our income source, monster house protection. There's that extra 600 gold extra. And then there's your kills. Nothing in a death tax, whatever that is. But that was disappointing to have Oogie. I'm gonna have to go into the monster thing and see, does he do 15 damage? Were we literally 2 off of being able to deal with him? Oogie is a type of troll. That's the speed. The health is 800, and that's a lot of health. They also heal up, so you have to get a lot of shots in on them to actually do the damage. Very large, very slow. They have a considerable amount of girth to chip away at making them resilient foes. Worse yet, their bodies possess the ability to regenerate at incredible speeds, giving them even more perseverance. Says nothing about bonus damage. Alright, increase tower's hit points by 1. We'll take that. The only available permanent upgrade that we have at the moment. Alright, shields are starting to become a thing, and as much as the mortars are not perfect, they do all right for themselves, so we're going to go ahead and spend the XP to get the permanent upgrade on that one. I'm hearing that getting into other tower types is going to be really good for us. Those permanent upgrades matter a little bit more to me short term, but also I want to get the most out of the towers we have anyway. And for the mortar, we are far from complete on getting things done. Gone down these 3 paths. We have a couple to go here, but we also have these. And I like both of these options a lot. Long range, which means that they can do a lot of overlap, which is very useful for them, but also blast radius. I think this is an obvious direction to start with. You get the blast radius increased, and that area of effect goes up significantly, and that's very handy. And this time we're going to take the single defense, see if we can push this out a little bit further, see if we can get a bonus. Take the easy one, right? Really not liking this route so far. Straight away from us. Largely straight, though this one has a nice little curl to it. Nice little bend to it. But we are really struggling to get ballistas in the places you would want to get them. And therefore, they're getting way closer to the tower than they should. Even though we should ultimately be having an easy start at the moment. Let's get the tower in play. The mortar tower, that is. First one close to home. That missed. That mortar missed entirely. Get this one on near death. I'm gonna start trying to finish some of these guys off earlier. Alright, +2 damage to armor. Definitely a good thing. Right now we're not even getting bleed, so what's the point? Another near-death type 1. Take the easier targets. Good spot for a mortar here. We don't have enough gold for it right now. Alright, we're going to try least armor. Hopefully that means there's some amount of armor and not 0. But that way you're targeting the ones that just need to get armor cleared so that we can start damaging their health. See how that one goes? Experimentation, right? Plus range, plus health, plus damage to health, damage to shields, 3 damage to armor. Oof. Gosh, that's handy. But they are here for the health. They need to destroy the health. So let's get on it. 123 gold is all we have right now, but gold should accumulate a lot faster. Get another ballista on the way soon. That's the troll, not the Oogie. So I don't know why the Oogie's not showed up on my monster manual. I don't know what exactly he is, what exactly he does. And we've defeated him before, so I don't know why he wouldn't show up on the monster manual. Haven't seen an occult, or at least I don't think. We have an iron vein. We have mana crystals, multiple mana crystals, but that's all we have right now. We haven't even seen... What, we have one empty house out here that could have things placed next to it. Okay, sorcery could be good down the road. Iron, there's that experiment that we were talking about. Plus damage to health. Let's take that. And that means we need to get another tower in play for sure to take advantage of this. The ballistas, not that many of them out there. This is level 11. We need to have a border in this area, but I do not have a good place for it. Oh, that was a terrible spot.